Good morning, everyone. My name is Gaylin, and welcome to my channel where wishes are fulfilled. So, today's video in our series Gratitude to Riches, we are going to continue day 5 here in talking about continuing to build that momentum of gratitude that is going to make a difference in your life, your immediate life. And it's going to bring to you those things down the road that you really desire, the things that are in your heart, your divine birthright. And you are doing that by daily thinking about these things that are in your life right now that you are already grateful for. And by doing that, you are just like exploding more opportunities to come into your life, things to be grateful for. So today's video is going to be about breaking that cycle of negativity and thanking your way out of a negative situation that may be happening in your life right now. I think of, my own life. And, I want to say that there's something in every one of our lives, something that, you might not be quite happy with, or you can look at it like, oh, this is something negative, a situation that's happening. And maybe it's not a horrible thing. Maybe it's just, it's uncomfortable. Maybe it's really bad. And by sending that gratitude and thinking about what are some things that could be possibly coming out of that, you are having an opportunity to change that around. So I'm going to give you a little short story about a negative situation that I experienced. And if only, right, if only I had looked at it in a positive situation from a positive mindset instead of a negative mindset, I could have changed the situation and what I was feeling in that moment. So this was a very sensitive issue for me, and something happened in my job that I had for 18 years, where I went into work one day, and instead of going to a classroom, I was a classroom teacher, public school teacher for 18 years, and instead of going into a classroom the first day of school, I was led down a hallway and into a room, which on the outside of this room, it said on the wall, it said storage room. And when I walked into this room, I was shown a little desk in the corner of this room that was probably 8 by 8 maybe. And there were steel shelves on the wall. And some of you may have seen the pictures and that. But, if I could have walked into that room that I was led to and be grateful for whatever experience that I was to have at that time, I could have shifted that whole thing. But here I am today. And today I can look back on that and sitting in this storage room, and it literally was a storage room, with steel shelves, or, that pain body still is like, but today I look back on that and I say, wow, the universe had to put something so horrible in my life, in that experience, in order for me to quit my job and to bring other blessings into my life. Now, if I was still going to that workplace, I could still very well be in that pattern of negative experiences and still be ill. But I transcended that with with gratitude. And we are human, and I accept that for myself when I have those little flashback memories that want to bring up some pain in my memory, and say, oh, there's that part of me that still rarely goes there, but it goes every now and then. But I think about how much I am grateful, because now, after I quit a year ago, after I quit my job as a public school teacher, so much has opened up for me. Immediately, my daughter was engaged in planning a wedding, and I had 6-8 weeks of free time every single day to plan and be there for my daughter for her wedding. Now, what a blessing that was for me, that I quit my job, and then boom, there I was as a mom, being able to be with my daughter every single day, preparing for her wedding. What a blessing. I took a negative situation and I started to focus on the positive. And then I went on a trip and spent time with a beautiful person that's in my life in Maui for the whole winter. And I was like, wow, who am I to have this great blessing in my life? And so the more and more I gave gratitude for that negative situation that happened, more and more blessings came to me. And then through the power of story, I was able to share this what I at the time thought was a tragedy, and turn it around and share that story with others and help them to see even the negative situations can bring us blessings. And it happens. So as soon as you start looking at the good, more good will come in. And as far as the negative situation, it is there for a reason. It's there to give you that opportunity to transcend the negative. Perhaps it's the family pattern that has run in your family for ancestry for generation after generation. That's what they say. The sins of the forefathers go 3 and 4 generations. Perhaps that's a negative mindset that nothing ever works out for me, or perhaps there's a karmic pattern that is presenting itself, and you have this opportunity, like I had that opportunity to turn the other cheek, right? And it is said, love thy enemy, and if you turn the other cheek, it's like there's this wall that you are putting up against the negative situation. Perhaps someone's being negative or reacting negatively towards you, and you have two choices: either to join in and do that dance of negativity and put out something negative, and then it's going to come back to you again, and you are on that hamster wheel of negativity. That's the negative pattern. Or you have an opportunity to transcend that, learn the lesson, turn the other cheek, send that person, send that situation a blessing, and say, thank you for whatever you're here to teach me, and I'm willing to learn. And you have that opportunity to go to the next level and turn that negative situation into a positive situation. And, one of the things that I see now, too, also in hindsight, is that, I don't know about you, but sometimes we take the good in our life for granted. Even so simple, the simplest thing as our health. Do you take your health for granted? Do you take walking for granted? Do you take being able to drive a car for granted? And think about the most simplest things that we have in our life. Look at water. Last month when I was in Maui, I had a situation at the house that I was at, and I had no water for several days. And it struck me like, oh my gosh, how frustrating it is. And then we can think about those people, not only in the United States, but all over our world, who have that difficulty, right? And somewhere in my consciousness and in my beliefs here, Spirit shows me that perhaps this is a group of people or a situation that is being presented for whoever this is happening to, for that opportunity to transcend, for that opportunity to love, to forgive, to perhaps this was something that in a past life that, you were part of a cause, and so now this is coming back in a karmic way. But it doesn't matter. But from here forward, if you could take a negative situation and say, for some reason, spirit, the universe, my angels, just life, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter, but say, this is an opportunity, a lesson for me. Perhaps I caused harm to somebody in the past. So now I accept it. I accept the negative situation and say, I'm sorry, but I'm going to send back a blessing and love to you and to this situation, and think about what's the good. What good is going to come out of it, could possibly come out of it, or what is the good situation that I can find in the moment, in this horrible situation, whatever it is. So think about what's going on in your life right now. If it's a negative situation that is just a little bit, wow, be grateful for that. It's just a little bit, because it could be so much worse. And if you're going through something right now really, really horrible, think about how you can transcend this. This is an opportunity that the universe is giving you to transcend this situation and make it into something really, really good. So find the blessing, find one little thing that could be good, and just give that your attention and your focus and say, I'm open and willing to see whatever positive that this is going to bring me, and have faith that good is on its way, and be grateful for the good that's going to come back to you, because I experienced it. I know it. I was there, and I can say there is good coming to you too. So be grateful for whatever negative situation is going on in your life today, and more good is going to come back. You have that opportunity today to turn it around. So may your day be filled with joy, with blessing. Turn on some music, change the energy, change the vibration, and turn to something that's bringing you happiness and joy, and be grateful for whatever that is today. And until next time, I love you.